Hi everyone, it's Yvonne here from Share It Forward. Welcome back, and if you're new here, hello, I hope you join us. So it's a horribly grey day here today. It's raining, it's miserable, and so started thinking about holidays, summer, and so what I thought would do, and what I have done, is jotted down some things that I do for holiday packing to share that with you. So why did I do this? Well, one thing you should know is I hate packing. I hate packing, I hate unpacking when I get to the destination, and I hate packing again to come back. I find it all a bit tedious and time consuming. So over a period of time, I've developed things that have helped us make that easier and sort of easier to pack and then unpack when we get there. And then when we're ready to come home, the things that I've developed makes that process much easier as well. So I've jotted down 14 things that I want to share with you that I hope you find helpful. We certainly do. It's certainly streamlined the things that we do and makes things a lot easier. So first tip I want to share with you is thinking about where you're going and what you plan to do. By the way, I've written these things down, so if you wonder why I'm looking down, that's the reason. So think about what your holiday is, what you're planning to do, because that will really help curate what you're going to take in terms of your clothes, your shoes, that sort of thing. And also how long are you going? So is it just a few days or is it a fortnight? So that will make a big difference in terms of thinking about how you might want to reuse things. You know, if you're taking trousers or something, you don't want to wear them once, you want to wear them a few times with different tops and things that you can generate outfits from. So thinking about how long can really help as well. Something I do as well is check the weather, not just for your destination as well. So for a few weeks in advance, I'll start looking, because you sort of then see the pattern of weather. And whilst you can't predict, and they do sort of fortnightly forecasts, then it can give you an idea where you're going in terms of what you might need to take, i.e. layers, or just some, if it's very hot, you then want to think about the clothes you will take to suit that weather. Also, what I do is I check the weather for when you come back. So for example, in England, if you go away late September and you're coming back late September, early October, the weather can change very quickly. And if it's a flight that's coming back late in the early hours, it can really be cold. So you can be really hot, for example, in your way, from your holiday destination. And when you get back, so you put on something really lightweight because it's warm. You get back to England, it's absolutely bitter. So you want to think about some, packing some layers and some hand luggage that you can easily put on to keep you warm when you get to your destination. So check the weather for your destination, and when you're coming back as well, it really can make a difference. The next thing I do is to encourage you not to put your suitcase on your bed when you're packing. Goodness only knows where they, the things they come into contact with, germs, etc. They're dirty. So I always put them on the floor. If that's difficult for you, then if you've got some kind of, coffee table or something that you can put something on top of and then put your suitcase on, or if you really have to, really cover your bed. Don't just put your suitcase on there. I put it alongside the bed, because then I'll fold things on the bed and then pop them straight in there. So yeah, I did really encourage you not to do that. Think of other ways and things that you can do to minimise those germs transferring. Thinking about what I just said about how long you're going, the weather, all of those different things, what I do is take a load of clothes out. So just grab things for summer, or if it's summer, grab things for your destination you think you might do, and just take out a load of clothes, and then if you can put them on a rail, because that can do a number of things really. It can really help you curate what you want to take. So just grab everything. You're not going to take it all, because you know, if you do this a few weeks in advance, it really helps pare down. And also you can see possibly where you have any gaps in your wardrobe. You know, if you've got some shorts or things and you pull them out and you think, yeah, they've probably seen their last days perhaps. You maybe want to just buy a fresh pair, then pulling them out really then give you an opportunity, if you need to do that. But also as well, as I say, thinking about putting outfits, when I give the example of pants or shorts, you can then pair different tops and you can get, you know, 3 or 4 outfits pulled together in one area. So it really can then think about your duration and then think about the days, what you're doing. In the evening as well, you might want to change into something fresher, you know, if you've been out and about. You know, if it's just a top, then think about that. And so planning that, put it on a rail if you can. If not, just move things around in your wardrobe perhaps. Or if you have one of those hangers over the back of the door, pop one on there, and that can really help you pare down the things you actually need to take. So once you've done that, for us, I think packing cubes have been really helpful. Before packing cubes in, and I have a number here that we've had for a number of years, and I just got them from Amazon. I'll leave some links to some below, but we've had these for years. But literally, these can be such a help, because what I'll do, for example, is, say if I'm using this one, I'll put t-shirts in here, and what I will do is I will leave them in there. So that can be really helpful, because I kind of use it as a sort of a mini part of a chest of drawers. So I'll pull something out. What I will do as well is I'll pop a label on. So I'll just put something on, label t-shirts. This isn't fancy, these are just really cheap sticky labels. I'll put one of those on, you know, whatever's in there, t-shirts, and I'll pop them on there. Different colours for different members of the family can be really helpful as well, because they come in different sizes. So smaller things can take smaller things like underwear, smaller t-shirts, that kind of thing. Larger ones, t-shirts, blouses, those kinds of things as well. But you know, that can be really, really helpful to pack things, because as I say, what I do is I pull them out of the suitcase and I just pop them straight in, you know, whatever we have as a wardrobe, or then I'll just pop them in and leave them as they are. What I will also do as well is I will put a plastic bag at the bottom of each packing cube. So that's really helpful, because say for example I've got t-shirts in here, then I'll put one bag of these bin liners, take one off, pop one in each cube. And as I finish with that t-shirt and I'm not going to wear it anymore, what I'll do is I'll fold it up, pop it in the bin liner, and pop it in the bottom of that particular packing cube. And over the duration of the holiday, it means that that's already been packed, ready for coming home. So I haven't got to go, you know, sorting things out or throwing things in the case. And you don't want to do that, because clothes are expensive and you want to maintain them as best you can. So in essence, I'm already packing as I'm going along through the holiday, if that makes sense. So that's been quite revolutionary. It may sound simple, but honestly, that has really, coming home and packing for home, it's already packed. The things are already in there. These things can come cheaply, and all you do is you just reuse them as bin liners when you come home, so nothing's wasted. You know, take your dirty clothing out of it, and then you fold them up and use them for your bins, so nothing's wasted. So yeah, that's really helpful. Something else I do as well over a period of time is I don't put shoes in the suitcase without putting them in something. So I would ordinarily pop them in something that is a small, these are fragrance ones, you don't have to be, but these small little tiny bin liners. So I would encourage you to put your shoes in something like this. What we did invest in is some shoe bags, and I got these from Amazon. Don't know if you can see the size of them there. My husband is a size 10 in his shoes. They fit in here. These are washable, so in terms of longevity they can be there. However, before these came about, for years, I never put shoes straight in a suitcase. A, for germs. I don't want them to touch my clothes. I don't want them to touch the inside of the suitcase. And also, you know, they can snag. So if you've got shoes in the buckles and what have you, they can snag your clothing. A simple solution is you put them in here. This doesn't cost much. Again, these are just bin liners. They can be reused when you come home. So yeah, it can really help. Clothes are expensive and you want to maintain them as best you can and get the best wear out of them. Something else we've bought, and none of these things are dear. So I don't know if you've seen, but a while ago there was very much something around these roll-up toiletry bags, and we bought one, and a number of things really. I never actually used it. I never took it on holiday because none of the things we wanted to take fitted in to the various compartments. What we could fit in, by the time we rolled it up, we had this huge roll that it's just, yeah, it didn't work well for us, and I never took it. So I looked around, and for me, I quite like clear, transparent thing, because then you can see what you have in that bag, so you're not rummaging around. And so hopefully you can see where I'm taking you along in this packing journey really, is that this is trying to compartmentalize things that you can quickly see, you can quickly find things. And so what I did, and I've put lots of things in this bag so you can see the size that this actually is. So this is a clear Ziploc bag. I've put loads of Ambitious sun creams in there as well, so you can see, and it's still not full. I mean, there are 3 full-size, well, huge sunscreens in there, and 3 huge after suns as well. But you can see, and what I do is that's easy to either put on a shelf in the bathroom. You know where things are, you know, right, okay, where's the sun creams? There they are in that bag. You're not rummaging around for anything, there they are. Plus you can hang them up on the back of the door. So these came in a pack of, I think there were about 2 or 3 of these large ones and 2 or 3 small sized ones as well. So again, really helpful, and I got a range of them. So there's that one, so as you can see here, and something else I just want to share with you that's helpful, I think, to try and, so for example, you can see here, I hope you can see, I've put cling film around the bottle, because if, heaven forbid, you know, that cap comes off or loose, or something else happens, then it's contained in something, and again, it's going to protect your clothes, protect your things that are in your suitcase, which, as I say, you pay a lot for, and so you want to protect them as much as you possibly can. So clear bags, I'll leave a link to those below. I also have a range of other things as well. So I've got a little tiny mini one here, so I'll put this in hand luggage, and all I'll have in here are plasters, I think they've got medical wipes just in case you cut yourself or something, some, you know, headache tablets just in case as well. So I'll just pop that little tiny thing in the hand luggage, and then, you know, should you need plaster, or anybody else, that's happened to us before. We were in a departure lounge and an elderly chap cut himself, and the flight attendant, they didn't have anything, and so I was able to just pass on my stash of plasters and wipes for him. So, you know, it's not, and I'm not saying you pack for everybody, but there are occasions, however rare they may be, and it has happened to us, as I've just said to you. So that can be helpful, to just pop it in your hand luggage. It's good to go. Also as well, there's a range of, we have a range of these types of bags. And I popped a load of things in here just to show you. So for example, I'll use these as smaller toiletry bags, so all face creams, all those kinds of things. Plus also, as you can see here, I keep one for all those kinds of bits and bobs that sometimes are hanging around your suitcase. But again, it's clear so you can see what's in. So kind of things I'll pop in here. Swimming goggles, so you know, wherever the swimming goggles are, they're here, they're in this travel bag. Something else I take, and do bear with me on this one, so just in case there are no hangers for the previous ones I've shown you, I take 2 little door clips to pop on, just in case I want to use more and there's not enough hanging spaces in the bathroom, but I want to utilise, so I'll pop those in there as well. So things that, you know, are helpful. Some things I also take are stain remover little things as well. So all those bits and bobs, rather than, you know, and whatever bits and bobs you have of a similar kind of thing, I just pop them in here, and these were really, really cheap. But I love it because it contains all the things. So this bag is the bits and bobs bag, but you can clearly see the bits and bobs in there, so you know, there's no running around or rushing around. Where's the swimming goggles and what have you? They're all over the place. They're all in one thing as well. I also keep a couple of things for makeup as well. So I have one here that is clear. So if I'm just taking some bits, I'll put some makeup in here. But I also have one that's slightly larger. Now this isn't clear, but this looks heavy, but it really isn't. And this is handy because it just, I don't know if you can see, I've put some makeup brushes in there as well. So it's got a compartment, 2 compartments here. This just pulls out, it's just attached with Velcro. And on the top there, I don't know if you can see, there's little slots there for makeup brushes that I just popped in, so you can see how it can be used. So again, that just keeps those things together, and I know I can just grab those, and I know I'm not scrambling around for anything as well. I'll also keep a range of, well, keep some jewellery bits, and I just take an old makeup bag, and this is really handy because it's got some zip compartments in it as well. I think I picked this up from Radley years and years ago. And so in terms of how long this has lasted, hasn't cost, in terms of price per wear, I've had lots of usage out of that. So really, really helpful. As you can see there, putting things together really helps that overall process. The other thing as well to think about is what facilities are you going to have in your room? Are there enough mirrors? Those kinds of things. So you might want to think about, maybe a larger mirror than perhaps you may get with your beauty compacts. I picked up this quite reasonably from Boots, I think it was. And it really was quite reasonable. If they still do one, I'll link one below. But that's really, really, when you need those, when you haven't got a mirror that's near the light kind of thing, then that can really help. So look at the facilities in terms of what you need, and then think about what you perhaps maybe need to take. The other thing that I wanted to share with you is electrics. So all of your iPads, your Kindles, is keep them together in a pouch. So this is quite a large pouch. Again, I think I picked this up from Radley years ago. This one is a laptop pouch. It's quite padded. So I'll have a larger one here for any iPads we take and Kindles. We can just pop. Now the good thing about this is when you have them in one space, of an evening when you're finished and you're not, you can all go in here. And so you know that they're all in that one place. So it can be really helpful then when you're coming home, you're about, you've got everything packed, and you know that all of the things, the blue bag, whatever, this one's blue, and the blue bag is the one. So yeah, that can be really, really helpful to make sure you don't leave anything behind. So that's my 14 tips. I hope they're helpful. As I say, the reason why I developed these things, and I do the things that I do to compartmentalize things, is to make things easier. And so as we're packing, you know, then things will just slot in, and then when you get to your destination, you're not unpacking a load of things, you're just taking various bags out of your suitcase. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you've got some plans for holidays. I think I need to now go and have a look because it's horribly grey here at the moment. I hope it's really helpful. Do please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, do please subscribe. It does mean a lot. Thank you for all the comments that you leave. I read them all. They are lovely. Thank you for that. And so thanks everybody, and see you again. I'm going to look for some holidays. See you again. Bye bye.